says for modern and classic.
Oh, I guess we can put our headphones on, huh? We're doing multiple things here at once, folks. So we're doing a podcast, and we're doing YouTube for the MVM show. We're doing a live, so we got like 3 different things, guys. Thanks for joining in. The audio out of the YouTube live is probably not going to be good as the podcast or the MVM show, but we'll work around that. Let's get. I think we're about done getting set up here. So we're just going to do a Q&A, guys. Whatever you guys want to ask. You want to ask about dog training, duck hunting, our season. You want to ask Travis about taxidermy or tips or Talon. What did you do yesterday, Talon?
We went turkey hunting yesterday.
Oh, I don't have your mic on. Sorry. Is it on? Why is it not working?
Testing. Right here.
Oh, it's got to be turned on. There we go.
Pretty straightforward, huh?
Yeah, my fault.
So we went turkey hunting yesterday, so had a good time. Shot one with my bow. Second one with my bow. So it was,
How long were we here?
it was, I think we measured it out about 7 3/4.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so
That's cool with your bow. Man.
Yeah, 3/4.
Yeah, how far was it? Tell them how far it was.
It was 30 yards.
Yeah,
sweet.
Oh, yesterday?
Yesterday.
I thought you said it was 60.
That was my first one.
Wait.
The first one you shot was 60 yards?
The one I shot
That's cool.
was 60.
That's a far shot.
It was for only shooting a compound once. So I've only practiced one time, and then
Whose bow is it?
it's mine.
It is?
Yeah, I bought one.
It's a nice
Oh,
one.
you
2 or
just
3
bought a
weeks.
brand new one.
Just a brand new
Oh,
one.
gotcha.
Yep.
Hey,
Just
you
say, 'cause
guys,
you've hardly ever
you
shot.
guys on the live, can you hear us okay? Because we're talking these and we have headphones on, so we'll probably talk a little not so loud. Just let us know on the YouTube live if you guys can hear us okay. And I'm going to say some things for the podcast too. Welcome, guys, back to the podcast. And we got multiple things going on here. If you're listening to the podcast, we're going to do a Q&A. We got the MVM show going for the YouTube channel. We got the podcast going for the MVM show. And we got a YouTube live. So people are showing up now. We got 20 people here in the chat. And I'm going to use my phone to go through the questions. And whoever it's for, Thomas, Talon, me or Travis, will do our best to keep up with what you guys are asking, but go ahead, continue on with your. They're over here lusting over the heavy bismuth shells.
So you want me to
Yeah, go ahead with your story. Sorry, I had to just say that.
So the first time we were hunting on some private property, and we had permission on, and we were coming down the road, and we seen some turkeys out on the side of the hill. So we're like, okay, let's just put a stalk on and see if we can get close enough. Well, I was with my cousin. He had a rangefinder at this time.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
that helped.
it helped a lot. So he was ranging. He was about 10 yards behind me. He goes, they're at 70. I was like, okay, I'll put my 60-yard pin on and see what happens. Well, I sent it, and it stuck it. My little sister, she's like, you hit it. And I was like, I did? She's like, yeah. And I looked up on the hill.
Did you have your glasses on?
I did have my glasses on. So I could see it. So I was good on that one. And this weekend, we've been really fortunate to get some permission on some private property this year. So that's a good thing for Titus and all of us.
Yeah,
so
get some videos.
We'll have to be going soon.
We got some going. Hey, let me ask you guys too that are watching live. Can you guys see Travis? I think you can, but we got a chat screen up on the side, so I think it kind of blocks him out. But I believe you guys can probably see him. But if not, we'll make him lean in so you can see his beautiful face. All right. Hey, so let me give you a couple of you guys shout outs. We'll get started in the Q&A right now. What's up, Peter Lero? He said, what's up, fellow waterfowl hunters? Blake Wells, Full Strap Outdoors, Ryan Huff, and Andrew Bean. What's up, man? He's from Ohio. Okay, let's get this going. Whoever wants to answer can. What's your favorite decoys to hunt over?
Ones that bring in birds. Nah. I like the avian X's a lot. Used some Tingle Free this year. And they held up pretty good. But I don't know. For me, avian X, I like those a lot.
That's your favorite? Tom's?
Yeah.
Yeah, either avians or Dakotas. I like Dakotas. Started using those packable ones this year. They're extremely light.
Is that what you want?
I really like them. I think they look kind of funny in the store, but on the water I think they look like one of the most real decoys as far as mallards go. And then some other species of ducks we kind of mix in. I mix in decoys.
Yeah, probably the same thing. I like the Dakotas a lot, the
Yeah.
packable ones, and then even actually can't beat them as far as the way they're made and looks. But Tingle Free ain't bad decoys either. For if you can get them on,
I do like.
if you can get them on sale and they're grooming till and they're Their gavel don't look the greatest, but
No.
I like their widgeon. I like their widgeon and their
Who, Tangle Freeze?
Tangle Freeze.
Yeah, I like theirs too.
Yeah, they're not too shiny. They're real dull. The paint's kind of more of a flat on them, so they're not. Some widgeon look. They're real.
We started using a lot of Tangle Free shoulder decoys this year too.
Yeah. So
They're super bright.
yeah, that's probably my 3 I like the best.
Yeah.
And those
As far as
green headgear
pintails.
shoulders.
Oh yeah, those look good.
What's that one? Remember that pintail decoy that I found a long time ago? I've had it for years, and the paint's like still good on it and everything. G&H. I like their pintails.
What's green headgear?
No,
Which one?
I think it's G&H.
Sure, it's not GHG.
GHG.
No, that's green headgear. No, they're G&H.
Maybe there is. I don't know.
I'm not for sure. I don't
Not
remember.
sure.
They've been around for like hundreds of years.
What are they? What's that G&H stand for?
I have no idea.
that
Gordon and something. I think. I don't know.
sounds like you.
Maybe
making
somebody
that
there
up.
will know. I don't know.
It does sound familiar, but I'm
G&H, yeah.
still because I think I did the same
They
thing.
make
But
decoys.
all right. What's up, Ken Stout? He said social distancing doesn't count for turkey. Go ahead and send your guys' questions and just let us know if you have any questions or thoughts or what's going on. We'll just talk about anything. Probably be here about 45 minutes, 40 minutes, whatever.
I got a question
I'm
for you
going blind. I
guys.
can't
What do
see
you
the
think about
questions.
this box right there?
It's the thing of beauty.
Does that look pretty cool? Do you guys care? Do you not care? I think it looks pretty cool. It's they're new. They came out with this ammo last year, and the box. I think it just looks like a old school,
Yeah.
like a. I don't want to say decorative, but it's seems like a box you'd buy like 30, 40 years ago.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And it says what's it say right there? Something about
For modern
classic
and
guns.
classic guns.
yeah. For old
I
guns.
like their designer, whoever designed that. They did a
Oh,
really
good. They
job.
said they can't see me. Perfect. That's perfectly fine. I don't know that.
Z-Bob said, do you guys planning to get into bow hunting more? Would love to see footage of that. Talon's I bow hunted before. I don't have a bow anymore. Do you still have your bow?
Yeah, I have a bow.
Hey, can I borrow it?
No. No, I don't care. But I do plan on going bow hunting more this year. I definitely am planning on setting my bow up for bow fishing for carp. I got a buddy that has a jet boat that goes carp hunting, fishing, whatever, a lot. So I'm definitely gonna be going with him. Maybe we'll get a video or two.
That's a lot of fun out there. You see them out there doing those tournaments.
There's a lot. Our lakes have a lot of them too. We definitely could.
It's
We
about
could
to
do pretty
warm
good.
up too. So.
Yeah. There's a cove back in one of the lakes. Remember that? They're just boiling all over the place. You could probably do pretty good. I know a lot of
Well, I
guys that
remember
go there.
we were fishing up the river. Remember all
Yeah.
these huge schools of them.
Mhm.
You could see them.
Yeah.
swimming
I
up.
definitely want to do that. I was telling your dad earlier that I was gonna get a bow this spring, and like even if it was just for whatever. I mean, I actually want to shoot one with a duck with my bow, like a bow.
Mm-hmm.
I know, and one of the
What's
places.
that guy's name that was doing that?
Tim Wells.
Tim Wells.
Yeah,
Go check that out. It's pretty cool.
yeah. If you guys haven't, I'm sure you've heard of him. He's
Yeah.
very popular. But because I thought one of the places we go where they decoy really good.
Yeah.
I think that to me that'd be a perfect
Yeah.
place to try it because
Uh-huh.
you'd have like say one guy try it with the bow, get the first shot if they're hovering over the decoys, and then the other 3 guys, if you miss the ball, you only got one shot. Just someone else just shoot it, you know. But it'd be a fun time to at
That'd
least
be
give it a
I mean,
try.
he's doing
Yeah,
it.
there goes my decoy. There goes my decoy. Oh, missed him.
Yeah,
It would be awesome to do it like where he does it like out of country where there's like a bajillion birds. Like he's shooting hundreds of arrows a day.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? But it's incredible the shots he makes.
Yeah. He pays the price to get him though. It's
Mhm.
not like he's so good. He just doesn't
Yeah.
like. He went on that. What did I say that was? The crane
Sandhill?
Sandhill crane hunt. It took him 3 days to get one all day. He hunted all
Really?
day and shot multiple arrows.
Late
Yeah.
season snow goose.
But I mean, if you have action though, I mean,
No,
if
it'd
you're
be fun.
shooting- Yeah,
I'm just saying it's
I-
gonna take
I
some
wouldn't. I
time.
wouldn't care to like. Oh, I had to kill 20 birds or whatever.
No, just the
It's-
fact you got one.
It's a blast to.
Yeah,
To just
that'd be
try
cool.
it.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I just want to try it. I may not even get one.
Yeah.
But let's see here.
Excuse me.
Ryan Huff said, Titus, do you plan on going turkey hunting? Yes, we already went. We scouted, me and Travis, and then we went on turkey hunting the other day. But wait for the video coming soon. I think that video will be out Tuesday, and you can see how that went for us. Yeah, they're saying you can't see Travis, but
Who cares? I'm fat. See, look at.
I just had mine on my belly under the desk. Benito Perez said, "What's up from South Texas?" Full Strap said, "AVNX Decoy." Okay. River Hunters said, "Tell them something about waterfowl taxidermy." Maybe
Waterfowl taxidermy?
Yeah. You know what? Tell the listeners about how to prep or a quick synopsis of how to prepare your bird before you stick him in the freezer for the taxidermist. People are always doing that wrong.
Don't put them in pantyhose. Don't shrink wrap them. The best thing I do is I just get a Ziploc bag.
Don't vac seal?
No, don't vac seal.
Right.
Just get a Ziploc bag. What they say works good too is if you take wet paper towels, wrap around the feet, and wrap around the head. So people put the head tuck underneath the wing, which is good. It helps not to freezer burn. And then just put it in a Ziploc bag. That's pretty much it.
Now,
Get all the air out of it, probably.
Mm-hmm.
How long is it good for in the freezer? I mean, technically.
I don't know. I'd say 3 years, maybe.
3.
Yeah. If they get sitting there a long time, the feet.
Now, what if you put it in water? I know people, and I'm throwing some extra stuff out here, but
I wouldn't do this probably for a whole bird. I guess you could, but what I'll do a lot of times is personal birds that I know I'm not going to get to for a long time. I'll skin them out and flesh them, and then I freeze them in a solid block of ice.
They'll last
They say
forever.
for like 30 years. I've heard.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, so if you want a bird to last forever, you can't afford to
What
get it
is that?
done.
It's just the
Skin it out.
air freezer burn.
Probably the air.
Yeah.
Oxygen.
Huh.
Yeah.
Must be oxygen, huh?
Yeah. But waterfowl taxidermy is fun. I mean, I wanted to do it since I was a little kid.
In small doses.
No, I like it. It's messy, you know. When you're skinning them out and fleshing them and all that stuff can be kind of like the prep work's the worst part. The fun part's putting them together.
Mm-hmm.
The most frustrating part is putting them together though, because you want them to look a certain way, and if they don't cooperate, then you get frustrated, man. You just want to chuck them across the yard and whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Travis.
But if you shoot a lot of them, right? When I tell somebody just starting, like the head, the form, the eyes, all that stuff, you can reuse them again. So if it's like a mallard, right? You can shoot another mallard. You can still use the form over and over again, and the eyes over and again, and the head over again. If it's what you'll find too is like when you first start, you think, "Oh, that looks pretty good," and then 10 birds later, you're like, "That one looks disgusting." And I think it's like that the whole time you do it. You look back on birds you did, 10, 15 birds ago, you're like, "Oh, I could have did better. Oh, I could have did better. Oh, I could have did better." So I think it's that continual striving to try to do better on each one is what I like in a sense. But I would say I've never gotten a bird that I like everything about it. So.
Oh, I thought someone was laughing or something.
No.
Someone said, can you guys explain on Onyx maps how it works and what the public land, BLM land looks like on the app? I'm new to it. He said I'm new to it. So that's from Philip Bonifield. Anybody want to? I know you use it. We've all kind of used it.
I just look for the spots that say BLM.
But he was saying, like, what's it look like? Isn't it kind of highlighted yellowish?
Yeah. So the green will be BLM. It's outlined.
Oh, green's BLM.
Yeah, it's got a thing on there where it tells you exactly where you're at.
Mm-hmm.
There's layers, right? You can turn off and on.
Well, there's different
layers.
levels too. How much you want to pay for? I just got was it the Pro?
Just the Pro.
There's an Elite. I don't know what the Elite does that the Pro doesn't. I've never really looked at it.
Is the Elite just more states?
It could be more.
Or is it more
it's
features?
multiple states, but it probably has more features. I don't know. I've never looked at it.
You use it too, don't you, Talon?
But yeah, as far as it's laid out, you'll see if you're looking at private property or BLM, the BLM is laid out in green, and the National Forest is actually dark green. So there's two different colors, and there's also a purple layer. I'm not for sure. There's an in between if it's private. You just gotta find out. You gotta call the state and ask them what that.
Oh, that's state. Is that state?
It's usually state.
Okay.
So you gotta see how that works. But as far as it is, you just look at it and whatever screens you can list it.
And I don't know what benefit unless you're going to contact the individual, but it'll tell you who owns what piece of land.
Yeah, that might be. Does it do that even with the Pro plan?
The Pro, it does. It gives.
Yes.
Doesn't the what's the other one? The version up.
Elite.
Doesn't it give you phone numbers?
I don't know.
Or contact
I'm
information?
pretty sure. No. I think I've.
Or maybe it's just
top
an
level
address.
before, and I think the top level you get more like. You can have more states or something like that, but I've never seen phone numbers on it.
I think the the difference between the Pro and Elite is that if you purchase the Elite, you get the whole year subscription for all states.
Right.
For all states, because it's expensive, isn't it?
Instead of like 2 or
Instead,
something like
yeah.
that, right?
Yeah, because if you just buy the state, I think it's either $20 or $30 for the whole year for one state.
Mhm.
So if you purchase an Elite, I think it's $100 something. You get all the states.
Someone asked, do you guys look down the barrel or at the bird when shooting? That's a good question.
It depends.
Ducks, I think I'm an instinctive shooter a lot of
Yeah.
times. Like I don't even think about the bird or the bead, I guess.
Do you keep moving further? I keep moving this closer to
I
your
don't
mouth, and
know,
you keep
sorry.
getting farther away.
Okay. I don't know.
Kill me.
I really feel like
I
whether it's right or wrong, I don't know or care, but I think I look down the barrel because a lot of times I can focus on the bird all day long, but having coats or jacket or waders or whatever on, if I don't shoulder my gun right, I'm not hitting the bird. You know what I mean? So sometimes I'll get excited and throw my gun up, and I'm focused on the bird, but my gun might not be lined up where it should be, on my shoulder and cheek and all that, looking straight down. So I feel like I'm shooting right, but I'm not. So a lot of times I'll pull up, get lined up, and then look at the bird. I guess I don't know. Like I go back and forth. A lot of times I feel like if I keep both my eyes open, I miss more. So actually,
Yeah, I
I'll
don't-
use one eye.
Do you shoot with both eyes open?
no, I shoot.
What do you
I
do?
shoot
I close one
close
eye.
one
I close one eye
But
too.
at times, it's you come in, usually when you
Yeah.
you're not doing the proper thing. So
Yeah.
I think looking down the barrel is very important. As far
I
as
think closing one eye helps me focus more on one spot instead of just like looking.
yeah, because
I know they teach it differently, but for me, I've never been instructed how to shoot,
Yeah.
shotguns or whatever. For me, hunting, I know I shoot way better when I close one eye and I focus. I get lined up and I focus on that bird and
Yeah.
swing through. You swing through, or do you maintain your lead?
I think I'm sustained lead.
Sustain.
Do you?
I think
I
so.
swing through.
You come from
most-
behind, pass it,
Uh-huh.
squeeze, boom.
Most of the time.
I'd say I'm sustained.
I'll watch him.
Well,
I'll see
the
the
difference
line
between
he's
what you're
on.
saying, he's saying though, you're talking about, what do you call it?
Swing through.
Yeah, everybody should swing through. So
Well,
sustained.
even if you sustain the lead, you should still swing through.
Well, they're talking about when they say sustained lead, they're talking about as soon as you pull your gun up, you're in front of it and you do that. Because
Right.
everyone should swing through.
Right.
You're talking about coming from behind it, passing it up,
Yeah.
and still going, yeah.
Mhm.
Because you probably still swing through.
No, I
at the
can't
shot.
do this.
But do you start in front of
I
it
start
as soon as
in
you
front
pull
of
it up? What
Yeah.
do you do? You come from behind? Really?
Well, I'll pull up, see if he's a little further out or whatever, I'll see the line he's on, and then get lined up and then pull through and shoot.
Okay. I start in front of the bird too. I just instantly I pull up and get in front of it and then go. I don't start from behind,
Yeah.
which everyone has their different. There's another method, isn't there? There's 3, I think, but I can't remember.
I don't know.
But I think it's just whatever you.
Mhm.
Yeah.
What do you do?
I'm not most of the
You
time.
don't even think about
I'm
it?
in front of them most of the time.
Yeah.
You
just start out.
I know Tom's watching your shotgun videos. You start from the back and you can tell you swing through.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
But most of the time I really hit ducks. That's my problem. So I got to start trying something new. But
A lot of the times, like you said, though, it is instinctual. Like, not every time you have 3 minutes, but you see the bird and then he comes right into your decoys. A lot of times it is instinctual shooting. Like, you don't have time to think, like, oh, I think I'm going to swing through right here.
Well, yeah, it's instinctive,
Right.
right? But I mean, if you want to get better and train yourself, I guess you'd probably try to figure something different. But I think they say coming from behind the head's the best, but I'm good. I'll stick with whatever's natural to me.
Right.
Manny Hernandez said, "Hi guys, from Watsonville. What's up, fellas? From
Manny?
Addison Estes. Oh, we answered that question. He asked about how long it's good in the freezer. Any plans to get Travis back for planting the fake band on the goose?
Absolutely.
There's definitely plans.
Absolutely. I just
And it's
have
going to
to
be
put
a
little-
vicious
I
plan.
have to put a little time.
Yeah, but
to let
see,
it
it's
go
not going
for
to
a
be
bit.
as good because it's just not going to be as good.
It will be as good
No, it
because
won't.
when it
How?
happens, Travis won't know that it's going to happen because that was.
How? You guys would have to
full
do
year.
something mean or something, not something.
I never did
Nice,
anything to
yeah.
Travis this year. Matter of fact,
I'm surprised you didn't,
I
actually.
even let Travis shoot my gun
Not
when
saying I would
his-
do it.
when his gun was malfunctioning.
We just seen, like you said the other day on the podcast, we seen the real Thomas come out. That's what was scary. I thought he was really joking too at first, and I was like,
What is so crazy about that? I don't
"You're
understand.
banned. You're lease your band.
Yeah.
How's that work?"
Because,
So if I would've
because
shot
I
it-
found the band.
If I would have shot it though,
But
and
look
I picked it up because that was one I shot.
No.
Okay, well then
No. That's not even the
that's
same.
kind of what I was
We had
getting.
already piled all the birds up 3 or 4 times by this point.
Mm-hmm.
So nobody had seen the band. So at this point, you couldn't even.
I see it.
Would we have let him just have it, or would we have
I
drawn
wish we would have
straws?
waited longer. You know what I'm saying? I felt kind of bad, you know what I'm saying? Because I knew it was going to happen. And he was so ecstatic. I felt kind of bad.
Dude,
so that's
you
why I said
did.
right
You could've
away.
dragged that out
I
so
could
much
have
longer.
drug it out much longer, but I was
Why?
like, I don't know.
If you're gonna
What's
do
so-
it,
I
let's
felt
do it right.
bad. You know what I'm
What's so
saying?
funny is this is what's funny.
I felt bad.
Travis thinks that is so funny, but if that were real life, he would be the one the most upset about it.
Well, what do you think? It still goes
Yeah.
back to when I shot that mallard of the band,
He
and he
wouldn't-
still claims it.
He wouldn't let that go.
No.
And that is why I said I'm claiming it, because I'll put it to the end, right? I'll put it
But what
to
about
bed
your
right
poor brother?
One thing we didn't. Oh yeah, remember we discussed this. The thing on the banded mallard. One thing that we didn't show you guys on that
Oh, now he
video.
wants to look at the.
Yeah,
screen.
now I'll look at the video now. Whatever, you guys can't see me anyways. But one thing is that he did do. So at the time, I always had a flip phone. I mean, I'd lose phones all the time out in the duck pond. I'd lose them, drop them in the water, and so I never had a smartphone or never felt the need for a smartphone. Well, Titus, he's had a smartphone. He's younger, techie, whatever. So we shoot that banded mallard, and the first thing
Better looking.
the first thing he does is he gets the number off of it while we're in the duck pond, punches the number in, and puts it in his name. Don't tell
You
me that's
wouldn't
not
bring
a
that back right
scumbag.
now.
That's a scumbag right there. man.
Scumbag, give me a break. The only reason that makes you so mad is because you would have did the same
No,
thing, but I
wouldn't
beat
have.
you
No,
to
I
it.
wouldn't have.
Oh, he would have. 100%.
So he's got this fake.
He would have been at the truck saying, "Who's
It's like a
gonna do it?"
diploma he got from an online Cracker Jack
I
box.
am a phoenix.
I don't even have that thing anymore. I don't even know what happened to it. I just knew you would do it if I didn't.
Travis wanted the joy of going online and putting it in,
Mm-hmm.
and then seeing where it was.
He's out there. There's birds flying over us. He's just sitting around his phone like,
If it makes you feel any better, I actually put all of our names on there. Talon's name was on it, and Matt's, and yours.
I've never seen it.
I haven't either. I never printed it.
Oh,
It's just disappeared. I don't even know how would you find that?
get the band, put it back on.
Oh, we just put the number back in there and reprint it.
I'm pretty sure.
They're asking if we're planning on doing any out-of-state trips this year. I think so. I don't know. You might
I'm
be.
planning on it.
Yeah, who knows? I don't know.
Depends
I'm
on
gonna
the
do my
job.
dead level best.
Yep.
I can tell you that right now.
Absolutely.
Okay. Let me read this first before I say it. Okay. From Archie Man 595, he says, when you are hunting in free roam areas, where do you typically set up, i.e., in the middle of the water and sit on top of tules, or at the edge of a pond, etc.? I guess what makes you decide that? I mean, it's,
Well,
I just
How it
hear,
looks.
I just where the
Locally?
birds are going, where they're coming from, and just try to set up accordingly.
well, what if you're going in the morning beforehand? You just
Beforehand?
before light. You know what I'm saying? You don't know where the birds are really
You're
at.
saying an area you've never been to before,
Well,
like a brand new area.
they're just asking where you typically set up when you're in free roam.
I mean, in Tulies.
Yeah.
In the middle. On
Well,
the
some
edge,
people,
we
you know,
don't
that
sit
some
on
people
the
do the edge.
Yeah,
we never.
We don't sit on the edge.
I've done it maybe once.
On the edge of the bank, I don't do that.
Well, not that. They're
Well,
saying it by the bank.
Like on the edge of the
Maybe
Yeah.
we've
We're
done,
usually in the middle of the pond.
Yeah,
well,
we're
yeah.
usually out in the middle.
or we've done 40, 50, 60 yards from the
Mhm.
dike.
Really, what we're doing though, if we're starting in the morning, guys, we're adjusting as the birds are flying. Because if we've never been to that spot, or even if we have, and those birds aren't working that spot, we pick up and move. I mean, so that's a question of really just being mobile and moving, right?
Yeah, I know that.
Talon grew up with that
Yeah,
experience.
he knows all about
moving
that.
3 or 4 times in a day on a refuge.
Yeah, early morning, you see birds, you be like, oh, yeah, this is going to be good. We're going to stay right here
Yeah.
all day.
Yeah.
Nope. Nope.
20 minutes
Later.
later.
And he'd get
Nope, let's
frustrated.
wrap.
Why
Let's
are we
go.
packing up again? Like the birds are going over there.
Yeah, but after the 5th time, you're getting kind of tired of moving around.
Mhm.
But
Yeah,
it
it
does help,
does
though.
get old.
It does help, though.
But yeah, if you don't
Especially-
do it, then you can sit there and watch someone else shoot them all
Yeah.
day long, or land in the spot and you You didn't get nothing.
So I didn't understand the time, but I do.
Yeah. You do it probably now too, I'm sure,
All the
right?
time.
Yeah.
Yep.
I've moved refuges. I never thought I would do that. Now that seems a little bit more bizarre, but it's actually paid off multiple times. Depends on where you're at too, though. I wouldn't do that. I just wouldn't do that anywhere. Yeah.
I actually think it's affecting me way more than it has you now, because like setting up that one time I went solo, birds were flying. I'd set up and they land in one spot. I'd go over there. I'm not lying. I moved about 10 times that day.
You might be more crazy than your
More
dad.
crazy than my
now.
dad right now. So yeah.
That's funny. Let's see.
Yeah, and then
here.
it seems like when you make that move,
They go to the other
back
spot,
to where you were.
Yep.
Guy did say, and I just said this. He said BLM is yellow on his Onyx, and I thought that's what I looked at the other day.
Okay,
Yellow?
lime green. Lime green.
Just look it up real quick though,
Is
because
the
Future
jug
yellow,
blue or
green.
red?
but we are saying this publicly, and people you get crucified if you say something wrong. So I think it is yellow. I just was on it 2 days ago, but I could be wrong
I
too.
haven't used it since last year, so
I guess you would call it yellow.
Let me see. Yellowish.
Yeah.
That's pretty yellow, isn't it? What else would you call
I'd
that?
say so.
That's pretty yellow. Does anyone?
That's like a glaring color after you drink.
That's
Trout?
like Mountain Dew.
You might be.
Mountain
Hey,
Dew.
it's Mountain
Dew.
It's
Right
Mountain Dew
there,
color.
That's Mountain Dew. All the
Same
way.
for yours, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Mountain Dew.
That's right. Which it doesn't really matter as long as you guys get the right information. I'm just kind of joking about who's right, but anyways, you guys we already answered that question.
I wonder about some of these.
Oh, okay. He did say
local lakes
there's
that have
swing.
BLM like right up to the edge.
There's swing through. There's sustained, and there's pull away.
Let's pull away.
It's kind of the same concept though, because you get on the bird and you're pulling away. It's all a type of swing through, in my opinion, but
That's a false method.
Well, like there's people
they
that
do say that though. Like if
Point
you
and
look up on
shoot.
shooting,
Yeah.
yeah.
that's what they say. But we're getting chewed out for not being 6 foot. The camera makes it
I've
look like we're really
I've
close.
already had Corona and I've made it, so I had Corona up in the mountains like 2 weeks ago.
Think so?
Maybe.
Were you sick?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Oh, thanks,
Some further
Thomas.
you are.
Mm-hmm. Maybe that's why you didn't call me for 5 days.
I know we didn't see Thomas for like.
All right, that came up already. That was quick. All right, so let's see here.
See,
Who
one
has the
question he asked, what was your 5 biggest things in your blind bag? I don't remember.
Oh, the 5 main. I think I'm
The
messed up
main
on the
thing
chat.
is Mountain Dew or Red Bull.
Shells.
That is an essential. That is an
Shells,
essential.
Shells, duck call.
Moss.
Red Bull, and a white Reese cup.
If you only have
Oh, white
5,
Reese cup.
if
That's
you-
your snack.
if you
That's your
have
go-to.
5 things to bring.
Wait, hold on,
things
hold
to
on. Hold this conversation. Let's reset that, Thomas. I'll reset this. We're still live here, but we got to reset the.
You can answer
Camera.
some fast questions. Who has the most bands?
Ooh.
Probably Thomas.
No. Titus, I think.
No.
You got the mallard. You got
I'm already recording. Okay, who has the most bands?
I only have
We don't have that much.
2.
You have 2. You have the henwood duck.
Yeah.
And a what?
We shot that pintail.
Oh. Or did we count that?
Sure.
We're splitting that?
Why not? 1.5, guys.
I
Whatever.
got the same, right?
You got the mallard.
You shot the mallard.
You've
With
been
Main Rock.
associated with the pintail and
He has that
mallard.
mallard that on the wall.
Yeah, that was the.
That's what I'm talking
Oh,
about.
okay.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that's
So
it.
you've been associated with 2 other
2
ones.
halves. I got 2 halves.
Yeah.
Supposedly, I
What
have a
about you?
quarter on the one.
What do you got?
I have. Well, the first day we hunted one refuge, my dad and I were both pulled up again. I pulled the trigger, bird drops, right? My dad goes, I shot 2. So that was the first ever banded bird that I had been associated with. So if you say half, and then I got a quarter, a third
Oh, with that one?
Yeah.
with that one, and then I shot 1 by myself.
Oh, so there you go.
I was hunting with my nephew Colton. We had 5 mallards coming in, and we both pulled up. I don't remember. I think we dropped just 2 birds out of the group.
But you're gonna shoot the one.
But I was
Yeah.
locked in on one bird, and Colton dropped that bird, so I swung the one I thought he was going to be on, and I shot it, and it was banded.
Hmm.
And then we had the one where, remember that the day that the Colton's gun explode?
Oh, were you
Yeah, I
out there
remember
for that
that.
hunt?
Yeah, it was no,
He had a Benelli.
it was
In
Talon.
front of his Benelli,
It was-
kind of blew out.
It was
Talon,
Talon.
Poppy was there.
Poppy wasn't there because remember we ran out of You ran out of shells.
Mm-hmm. No, that was a different day.
I think did Colt run out of shells? So we were taking turns. We were only shooting, like, we each got one shot at birds, right? And so we're shooting mallards. And then I had a cinnamon come in and I shot it.
And
And they're like, that counted. I'm like,
It
no, it's
count.
only for mallards.
Nope,
They're like, no, it
counted.
doesn't. It doesn't count. And I'm like, whatever. So I give the gun to Colton, and we had the mallard. He comes in. He's all by himself. He drops in, and this bird is just like the slowest you've ever seen a bird now. He tried to land this one spot. I hit the call. He picks up. He comes up, and he
just
lifts up again, and he drops down. And I hit the call again. He comes up, and this bird's just like hovering over the decoys, and he's probably like
Not very far.
25 yards away.
Yeah.
I'm like, shoot him! And Colton shot it and dropped it. It was a banded mallard.
Mm.
So, for California, that was a good day. I think we killed what 13 mallards.
Yeah, that was a fun day.
How about that cinnamon? But yeah, that should have been my proof.
But you were being a great uncle.
Yeah, well, the cinnamon shouldn't have counted. It should have been mallards.
So what?
So I got
one.
basically,
and
I got-
associated with three.
I got 1
others.
3/4 probably.
Yeah. So you, technically,
I'm
I mean, we all
surprised.
have one to
I really
ourselves.
am surprised we didn't shoot a band
Yeah,
out of those
I
monkeys
haven't
though.
shot a
Oh,
band yet.
shit.
Yeah, but you know those are like local birds. I mean, there's a lot of
Yeah, there's no
park
reason for them to
around
go band there.
Yeah, but I have seen a lot of birds like in this little pond. It's in a town. There's like hundreds of honkers out there. I've seen double bands. I've seen
Oh yeah,
single bands.
that's true. And I wonder where around there they would be banding at.
There was one that was banded in Murphy's, California, which is up in the foothills, right? That's above Sonora.
Hmm.
It was banded there. I was like,
What are they doing up there banding birds?
I don't know. It was
And
weird.
where? Like
Yeah.
a private pond?
Or a golf course, maybe. I don't know.
I guess they can do it wherever as long as they get permission.
Yeah.
Huh?
And the reason I knew it was from there is I took my camera and I kept just following this goose around the park. People thought it was kind of weird, taking pictures of it, and then I'd zoom in on its leg with my thing, and I got all the band numbers, and because
Really?
you can do that.
Yeah,
It's a
you
live
can-
bird. Yeah.
Yeah. If anybody doesn't know that, if you do see a band, you get the numbers. You can. What is it called? Or you put still alive or
Yeah.
There's an option.
yeah, the options there
Yeah.
you can click, and that's kind of cool. That'd
So
be
it was
fun.
a 13-year-old goose. I said it was a female. And
Wow.
that was cool.
That's cool. Double banded pigeon the other day.
Okay, there was 2 bands in that, huh? I couldn't tell in that
Somebody's
Marco.
pet.
It could. There is a lot of those that do that though.
Well, they have them. I think don't they? Did they do the races or whatever?
Yeah,
Mhm.
the homing pigeons or whatever.
Yeah.
So let's start back over with what you were saying, Tom. What's your 5 favorite? What'd they say? 5 essentials in your blind bag. What's yours,
You
Tom?
only had 5 things.
Yeah, only 5.
Only 5.
And let's eliminate shells.
What? No.
Well,
You're gonna bring shells anyways.
you're gonna bring those anyways.
Think
That's
so.
kind of dumb
You're
to
gonna bring
say.
your,
Oh,
you're gonna bring your duck calls. You're gonna
So
bring
it's
shells.
not-
Not
no,
everybody.
no. Let's just shells.
Just shells.
We'll
So
just take
it's-
shells out of there because that's.
So it's not.
I mean, you're not
5
gonna
things,
hunt.
It's the top 6 things then.
Well,
It's,
that-
dude, it is something in their bag.
I don't
you can't
put
say.
my duck
No,
calls in
I fill my
blind
pockets
bag.
up with them. It's not even in my
What's
blind
the
bag.
point of eliminating anything? Oh, let's eliminate calls, shells.
But
Alright,
shells.
I wear
Okay.
my calls around my neck.
Okay.
Who's gonna say? Well, I'm
Alright,
not taking my
then.
shells.
All right,
whatever you
so we'll
guys
do.
want.
All right, we'll do shells. So shells, duck call,
We're all gonna say that.
face paint. You gotta have your Red Bull or Mountain Dew.
How many is that? Is that 4?
That's 4.
Okay.
And then you gotta have the white Reese cup. You got
Okay. Okay.
White Reese's.
white Reese,
Tom's.
the big ones.
Obviously,
I didn't even thought about this.
shells, calls. I'm
Mosquito
not
spray.
going to do the mask because that shirt has my face mask, so I won't do that. Then a double shot of NOS, the big tall
Ooh.
can. That's 3.
Because there's a lid. That's what's nice is it has a
Because the
lid.
Yeah.
You can slurp it all day. So what was your second one? I didn't hear it.
Calls.
Calls. Okay. Shells, calls, schnoss.
Yeah. Man, what else? Probably.
Depends on what time of day you're hunting.
I know.
You need a headlamp.
Yeah, headlamp
You need a headlamp big time.
for sure. Where we hunted this year, if you didn't have a headlamp, it was kind of. There's mountain lions out there too.
That's good stuff.
But anyways, and I don't know, my snack, that's tough. It changes. That's
I
my
can live without a snack.
That's my variable. No, I gotta have something. It's
Well,
gotta
how
be
long you gonna be
something.
out there too? That's another thing.
Right.
Or at least a gummy bear.
Yeah, but you
Yeah.
never know. You gotta have something. It would either be like Haribo bears or a king size Reese's or Snickers. I don't know. I guess I can't say. That one changes. That's my alternate. My
Okay.
snack. Snack.
Go ahead, what's yours?
Shells, calls, headlamp. Could have used baby wipes a few times. I mean, to wipe off the camel paint, right?
Yeah, sure. Let's go back. Actually, let's redo the shells. Not the whole thing. What shells?
What
And
shells?
size and shot.
What shells?
What's your
What
favorite
brand?
shell?
If you're gonna pick a shell, then you need to pick which one.
What's those ones that are shooting heavy metal, right?
Yeah,
3-inch
Or was
what?
it heavy steel?
that was heavy metal.
Heavy metal.
3-inch what though?
3-inch. I like 4s personally.
Did you like those this year? I never got hunted with you lot except for
The
Washington.
heavy steel.
The heavy steel. You didn't shoot those, huh?
I've shot them before,
Yeah, I
but
like
not
them.
this year.
I liked them a lot. They did a great job. And I started the season off with Kent's. And those were.
You're shooting fast stills, right?
I was shooting the Kent Fast Steel 2.0s, but I shot those, and those were a good shell. But there was just that heavy metal was a little extra. You could tell a little more knockdown and a little more reach.
Mhm.
So that was my shell. I like 4s. 4s is a lot. 3-inch 4s.
Yeah. Thomas?
3-inch 4 heavy metal.
Yeah.
All the way till the sun goes down.
Well, I've never been like.
Maybe.
I always shot Super X's for years.
Mhm.
It
I mean, I had good luck with those. I never had
might be
any
these
problems
this year.
with those.
Maybe.
But
For them too.
I got that box of that case actually of heavy metal.
Mhm.
I got
We're a still.
I got a great deal on
You got-
those. That was awesome.
So lucky. I can't believe
I don't
that.
even like it, Travis.
That was awesome. Well,
No,
the thing is, I bought
actually, let's
one
tell a
box.
story.
So here's what
He
happened.
was 10 minutes down the road,
I
and
left.
he goes, "Hey, I've seen a case of heavy metals for how much was it? Stupid.
No, I went in there. I went in there to
No,
buy.
wait.
No.
How
No,
much?
turn his mic
They can
off.
tell my
I'm
own.
going to
Okay,
turn
tell my story for me. Go ahead.
Okay, no. How much were they? I just want to know how much the case was. I'm gonna give my perception of that story.
I got a case for $120 something.
$120. He leaves the shelf, gets in his car, leaves, and calls me. Hey, is $120 for a case of heavy metal 3-inch 4s good? I go, what? You didn't buy that? Where you at? He's like, I'm already going home. I go, dude, turn around right now. I will give you $150 for that right now. Go get it for me.
Was
Do
that
you-
the price though? I thought it was cheaper than that.
It was,
No,
it was like
I
120.
bought the one box and the guy rang it up and I was like, oh, that was a good deal. I thought they were more expensive. So I left and
I think they charge you $12.
Yeah, and I left and I called Titus. I was like, hey, they gave me this
It's like
box for $12. So I went back in there because I asked the guy. I go, hey, they sold me this box. I go, make sure you guys charge me the right price. I go, this is what they charged me. I go, is that the right price? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, okay. I go, well, I'll take the whole case then. And I asked them if they had any more, and they said no, they only had one case. And he rang it up, and that's what he told me. He's like, okay, it's this much money. I'm like,
Yeah.
Okay.
After he called you, he called me and told me the exact same story and said, "Is that good?" I go, "Dude, yeah, I'll take some of those if you don't want them."
That's all we had to say. That's where
Yeah.
we blew it.
Yeah.
We should have said,
Yeah.
Like, just go ahead and buy him.
Just said, "Man,
I'll
you got
buy him
ripped
off
off,"
you.
and then drove down there and got it.
That's what we should
so
have did.
I bought those, and I really liked them this year. But I also bought I bought 3 cases of the Browning Wicked Wing. And the first 2 cases, I had no problems with them. I actually kind of liked them. The last case was nothing but problems.
Of what? Super X?
No, the Wicked Wing shells.
Oh,
Wicked Wing.
dude. Yeah.
Because
Those
we
were
were out on
horrible.
the junior hunt, and twice, well, Talon shot one. I heard the bees go, boop, 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 and then in the water, I go, don't shoot again, don't shoot again. And I look down the barrel, and they have this huge plastic wad that's like this long. I've never seen the wad is literally that long. And it was wedged in there. I walked all the way back to the truck, took my antenna off, and beat that out of the end of there, and then went back and she shot a few more times and shot another shell, and it literally wedged into the choke tube. I unscrewed the choke tube. It was stuck at the end, like this much was sticking out in the wad. So I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, and she's only 16.
Bad, yeah.
She
I mean,
shouldn't
she
have
could,
modified
boom, 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 you know, and if that had been stuck in the end, that could have been very dangerous.
Yeah.
So I'll never shoot those shells again.
Yeah. Wicked Wings, Browning, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which is actually made by Winchester.
Did someone else have a problem with it too? Or was it just
I
her
don't
gun?
know. But it was horrible.
Was it cold?
I seemed like there was one other person that bought those shells. and had
Colton
some
bought
issues.
some.
I had them, and I
You
shot
got some.
You know,
You didn't have no problems?
well, that Remington 870, you know, he said
Yeah.
they're just a tank. and I've shot multiple brands of shells at them, and I actually had, I think, half a dozen jams with those
Oh,
bear
wow.
decoys.
Yeah, that's not good. All right.
Who's stolen the most bands? Titus.
Hey, whatever.
joking.
Whatever.
I'm joking.
Have you guys ever hunted the Great Salt Lake?
Nope.
I've not done that yet.
It's on the bucket list.
It is on the list, and we are gonna be doing Swan. Hopefully within the next couple of years. We
Where
have
do you
some
wanna go?
contacts. I don't know, either with
North
Jeff,
Carolina?
or go to Utah with Jeff. two
different
completely
Jeffs.
different Jeffs, but
Yeah.
it'd both be a Jeff. We almost went last year, but
I don't know. I should talk to my buddy Eugene Streakstra and see about even Montana. I know there's a
is that where he's going? I thought he was going out of state for that.
no Freeze Out Lake in Montana.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Now, hard.
I don't know how hard it is for
How
out
hard
of
is it to
state
draw?
stater.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know.
let's say.
Because we can go to Nevada and hunt swans too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, wonder how hard it is to draw there. I bet you it's not that easy.
Yeah, I don't know.
Does anybody have a goose band? No. Well, Tom's kind of does one.
How about a
Tom's
fake
had
one?
What's your favorite place to eat? That's just a good. Thank you. It's nice to answer some questions outside of hunting.
Favorite place to eat?
Favorite place to eat.
That's breakfast, lunch, or dinner. We gotta get.
I know.
serious around this.
That's gonna
I'd
be
say
really hard.
My favorite breakfast locals bricks. Probably.
Oh, overall, anywhere.
Favorite breakfast place? I don't know, dude. They're up there for me.
The place in Washington.
That place was good.
Mr.
Ooh.
Smoking Hot Coffee, 3 cups.
Oh,
Scalding hot
what
black
was it?
coffee.
That was.
Was that,
I've never seen no one drink
What
coffee
was
like
the name of
Talon
that
does.
place?
it was like Uncle Joe's or something.
Something like
Joe's.
that, Uncle something or something.
Big Joe's.
That
or
was
something.
good.
Was that
Maybe it
place,
was 'cause-
that place so good because we were hungry?
That's that, and because we're so happy.
Cold and
Black Bear Diner. They had the $6.99 sirloin steak
Oh my god.
with some hash browns, eggs, and toast.
You're making me hungry. I haven't eaten yet.
That's good.
I'm so hungry.
You haven't
right
eaten
now.
all day.
I haven't eaten yet.
Oh.
And then we went turkey hunting. We didn't eat till what time was it? 2 yesterday or
I got
3?
a whole
No, it was like
ass
3:30. Me, you and
was
Brett
late.
dying. We had the
I was
three of
so
us.
happy
good.
to see that.
I will. He's all, please, Angel Truck, please, Angel Truck, as we're coming in through the town, and he's all, please let me in. We came around the corner, and it was there. He's all, hallelujah! It was so good too. That taco truck.
Yeah, the
Oh.
taco truck.
Yeah.
Did you
It
like
was
how Veggie
good.
Tales, like Trim would always watch all those little kids, like the Pizza Angel?
Yeah.
I was
I was
wondering
like,
what you were meaning. by
Yeah,
that.
yeah. I was like, please, Taco Angel.
What do you think your favorite breakfast place is?
Breakfast place locally is Pepper Strange. Like that
Yeah.
a lot in
Yeah, you should do your local and then
The
best
Granny's
ever.
Pantry's good too.
Best ever breakfast, you mean?
Yeah.
Granny's Pantry.
Yeah.
And
Hey,
downstairs-
this was the almond tree.
Dude,
You
it
saw
was the
some
almond tree, but they changed ownership or something, and it
They went way down.
it went downhill. All their meat, everything went down in size. Like their ham, it was just like a little teeny piece of meat. It was just, I was like, nah, forget it, because they had some good deals. But you know what? No one really has. Black Bear has good coffee, but all
Black
these
Bear
other
does.
places, their coffee's not good. It tastes
Brooks
burnt.
has good
I don't even
coffee,
like
though.
coffee.
Brooks
Yeah,
has
you
good
don't-
coffee.
You think so?
I think so. I like it.
I'd rather have Black Bears, but I don't know why people are so scrimpy on coffee.
About lunch. You a big lunch person?
I can
I
have
like
lunch.
Yeah. Some people are only lunch.
I know.
They don't even eat. They
Or
don't even
dinner.
mess with breakfast.
I have to
Yeah.
have breakfast.
A lot of people don't. Are you a breakfast guy?
I
You don't-
enjoy breakfast, but
but
I
you don't have to have it?
I don't have to.
You don't. Do you?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I do.
I have to have breakfast.
I like really.
Dude,
breakfast.
hey, I will. An honorable mention will go to Wendy's honey chicken biscuit.
I knew you were gonna mention that.
Absolutely. If you have a Wendy's and they do breakfast, which
For drive-through, that is.
Merced actually just started doing breakfast. Just started like last week.
They're smart because of with all this coronavirus
They
going
open
on.
at
They need to
6:30 for breakfast.
right up the
Honey
freeway.
chicken biscuit.
That is good.
It's amazing. Try it.
Yeah, for fast food, that's legit for sure. Man, yeah, I'd say Black Bear after a hunt is nice though. I don't know why it does taste so good, and I think that's why the other place tastes so good too. Because, I'll tell you what my favorite place is right now, but it's a little drive. It's in Mariposa. It's that cafe. Have you ate there? That Sportsman's Cafe?
Oh, the one right there where we stopped. When we went,
Yeah,
yeah,
or Connor suggested it. You booked it.
yeah, that's a good.
Dude, that place is good.
It's a good little joint.
I think it's because it's in, huh?
right there.
It's kind of next to the gas station. It's like
In
connected.
Woodland?
No, Mariposa.
You're going up through Mariposa right there before Brother Jack's.
Go out of Mariposa up like you're going to Oakhurst, and it's on the left-hand side up there.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. By Woodland Store.
There's a
Might be.
there's a Shell gas station right there.
On the left side off the hill.
Yes.
Yeah.
Have you ate there?
Oh, you know what's
good.
dude, the best lunch after turkey hunting
It's
was
Chester chicken.
the Chester chicken.
That
That was a
Chester
bomb,
chicken.
dude. With some ranch
Uh,
dressing and a
It
Mountain
is
Dew.
good. It
That
is
was
pretty
good.
good.
But the best, I don't know, that place we ate in Washington that with the sandwiches was killer.
Oh yeah. What was the name of that?
Oh no, that was like one of the
That
better.
made me sick though. It's so
was-
heavy.
Yeah, I'm rich.
Yeah, it's like. I'd eat
No,
that
no,
maybe.
not the place.
Oh, not the barbecue.
No, the other place. The firehouse.
Oh yeah,
Firehouse
subs.
yeah,
that was good.
That was good.
Those were good. Okay, those were
Those
really
were-
good.
Excellent.
They have them in Fresno, don't they?
I think
I've seen them
that's
in
what- yeah,
Fresno.
that's what they said.
Where I just seen one somewhere else too. That wasn't expecting. We're getting close to wrap this up, guys. Let's. Well, man, we
Forgot
should talk about dinner.
Forgot about dinner.
I never said my lunch.
You better
place.
like jam through these.
What's your favorite?
No, we've got a
Hey.
lot of those.
favorite dinner.
What
meal
brands
last
of
night?
waiters do you guys use?
Dude, I must not be seeing these on
You're
here.
not seeing everything. I want the Sitka waiters.
Oh, these are some good questions too. Well, let's do the dinner. Forget that. Should we do the dinner?
Yosemite
Mexican
Ranch,
food.
Big O steak,
Mexican?
Chicago style.
Ooh, Chicago style.
Yeah,
You ate at Yosemite?
yeah. Several times.
How's come I have not been invited to this? Jake doesn't even know about that. He was talking to me about the other. He goes, someone said go to Yosemite. I said, yeah, Thomas goes there and don't ever invite me to go.
We've been there. Shoot, man, a lot.
Here's a good question. Let's ask this one. What do you guys think about the Boss? Have any of you guys shot Boss shot shells?
I have not, so I don't know.
I have not.
Okay, I've shot them. Are they? I can't remember if they're bismuth. I think they're bismuth. I've only shot a case of them. I'll just tell you guys this. This is just my honest opinion, and I'm not just saying this. I know several people that shoot them. Some even sponsored by them, and they have a lot of misfires.
The Boss.
Mhm.
Really?
That is a no. Now that's something I'm sure they can fix. I'm not like shooting. I mean that's some good load right there. You know, you put any type of bismuth or tungsten or whatever, that's gonna be a good shell for the most part, especially for the weight, the grams per cubic centimeter as far as the weight of it and density. But I know they have, like, say out of a case, I've heard them having 8 to 10 misfires. That's a lot, and they're even Super X. I've never had those kind of issues, but I guess we'll move on from there since you guys, none of us are really shot. I've only shot one box. I can't give a good suggestion. Have you guys ever considered leasing a blind?
Yes. Never found enough rich buddies to go in with me.
He goes, seems like you have a good group of guys to go in on one, but I don't know how that exactly works. How they're kind of weird about that. It seems like out here, huh?
You all have to do it. If one guy has a blind, you can only bring guests to most
Yeah.
of them one time. That's it. Like, you can't, even if no one else is hunting it.
Really?
Yeah, it's kind of bad. I mean, I get you have to have rules, but it seems like it'd only be worth it if everybody was going in on it with you.
What brand of Sitka? It was already in my head. What brand of waders do you guys use, or ones will you use something else? Be honest.
Me?
Everybody.
I got Drake 2.0s right now. They're okay. Or
They're banded.
banded.
Yeah,
Right.
banded.
Yeah,
Yeah,
banded. Don't listen to me.
I have the
They're banded
Rogers.
2.0s.
The Rogers.
Hey,
and
they did not get a hole, and I hunted a lot this year.
Yeah.
So that's one plus.
I got the Rogers. I love the feel, the fit. I do not enjoy the hole in the boot.
How many?
This is my first pair.
Oh, I thought you had another one.
No, huh? But someone that's had two pairs.
Oh, that's
since I'm
right.
Back.
And another
And then
one.
another one.
Yeah.
That only won like twice and got a hole in it.
So I have 3 buddies this year that bought banded 2.0.
No, not banded.
Yeah.
Rogers.
Oh, I'm sorry, Rogers waders.
Yeah,
the 3-in-1.
Yeah, I
Did you
love.
get- or was it the 2-in-1? I thought you bought the 2
I bought the 2-in-1.
Okay, so
I love everything about them except for the hole.
I have 3 buddies that bought the 2-in-1 this year, brand new. This was their first year. The one, Josh, I was first, second hunt, hole in it,
Second or third hunt,
hole in his
yeah.
boot. And trust me, that we're not hunting nowhere that should be causing that. The other buddy went through his 2 pairs, or
Yeah.
he's on his second. No, did Jake go through his second one? I think.
I think this is his third pair.
Yeah, I think it's his third. And then you already went through one. So what are you gonna do? Are you
I'm buying a
gonna,
second.
you are gonna buy a second?
Oh no,
You haven't heard that yet, Thomas?
no,
Talon, what do you
that's
got?
news to me.
Well, I went through a lot of waders, but the best pairs I have, those $80 ones at Costco,
Mhm.
I had those for 6 or 7 years and never got holes in them. And then I was like, oh, I'm gonna upgrade to the frog togs. And I went through 3 or 4 pairs of frog togs. They just
Thomas had the frog dogs.
they have too many seams on them. Just not too many places they can leak. Get too many holes. But I think I'm gonna upgrade. If everything goes as planned and get hired on, I'm upgrading to sick. You
Yeah.
can't beat them. I've asked a lot of questions about them, a lot of people. You know
Yeah.
from experience.
And I did over 40 hunts with them this year, no issues yet.
I think like what you said too. I mean, besides your gun, to me, your most important piece of equipment is your waders.
Mhm.
And there's nothing worse than a hole in your waders.
No, it's frustrating because if you're in the middle, you're only going to get it when you're in the middle of your season, and that's the worst time for you to send them off or get new ones. So it's like, yeah, and I'll tell you, before that, lacrosse, I was really impressed with lacrosse. I had my first pair of lacrosse like 4 or 5 years. That's good for nowadays. Maybe longer ago, I've heard people having their waders for 10 years, but that's awesome. People that don't hunt that much, so I don't label that as to count really. But 4 years for a 200 pair of waders, that's not bad. But anyways, again, I got my second pair, the same one. I'm like, well, these lasted 4, so the next pair should. And no, first season they were done, leaking all over the place. So, anyways, don't want to beat that with the dead horse. Let's see, what's your guys' favorite sports teams? Or baseball or football, or baseball and football? You said
Baseball or football?
baseball and football, I guess. If you're even
What's your favorite sport? I like baseball.
to play or that you just would watch.
Like to follow.
To follow,
I like baseball.
I'd probably follow
Yeah.
basketball more than anything.
I'd say baseball myself.
Baseball as well.
I don't have a favorite team. I just like following certain
You don't?
players.
I'd
You don't like
say-
the
Not
Giants?
baseball.
No,
I
You-
just like
who do
to
you
follow
like?
certain players.
Well, Giants. I like
Giants. Yeah, I'm a Giants fan. Sam took the Giants.
Been a
But-
Washington Redskins fan since I was a little kid.
Yeah, for football, Travis is a big time Washington faithful for the years.
Yeah.
Boy,
And they
Pitt
stink too.
Yeah.
Sad.
might be switching to
Redskins fan.
Chiefs. Those guys are gonna be good for a while if they keep Mahomes. He's pretty.
Tell you
pretty
what,
good
I did
quarterback.
start watching a lot more football this year
With
since
him?
everybody stopped being
Oh,
idiots.
yeah, non-American.
Yeah, so I
Yeah.
did start to watch a lot more football and support the Niners again. I was kind of over it for probably 3 to 4 years.
Well, especially with their quarterback, I just
so, but yeah, I started watching a lot more football this year. I like the Warriors for basketball, Niners. I'm an A's fan. If you could call me a fan, that's if I was to support baseball.
yeah.
that's
But you've always liked them since you were a kid.
Yeah.
You went to a lot of games when you were younger too.
One of my best friends had season tickets to A's, so I probably went to
So who was that dude in the picture
several
with you?
dozen A's
Is that
games.
guy a baseball player that you were in a picture with the other day?
What?
There was some picture you were standing next to some guy.
Oh, no, that
Oh,
that's
okay,
different.
okay.
that's different.
I didn't know who that guy was. I was like, I was like, does he play baseball? I'm like, I don't know. I've never seen that Joker before.
No.
No. Okay.
He's
I got
on,
you.
He's on TV.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Who is it?
So what? You're on YouTube.
Blake Anderson.
Blake Anderson. Never heard of him.
I guess I'm probably there. It sounds familiar. Said Chris Costa said wool growers. It must be because you're Portuguese, Chris. Because I was not impressed with
I
wool
like
growers.
wool growers.
I like
Did you?
wool growers, but I did have a bad experience there.
What happened?
So we went there, and I had
Well,
Talon.
I don't even know why I said because it's Portuguese. Because they're not. That's not even Portuguese.
I had
That's
Talon and
it's somebody. Chris, type it down below. What they're
Basque.
Basque.
Yeah.
I don't even know why I said that.
Yeah.
Sorry, Chris. I retract my statement.
We went there with the kids and Jeff and all them, and so I had water. The kids had sodas.
I had water.
You had water?
I had
Well,
water.
Trent had sodas, and my son Trent,
Yeah,
he
guzzles.
can guzzle soda like it's no tomorrow.
And all he does
Yeah,
is
like-
he has his arm out like this right here, and when waiters walk by, they just grab
just,
it.
just grab it and
They
fill
just
it up.
hand it.
Yeah. And so he had like 3 or 4 like sodas, and then I get the bill was like $20-something because
Oh,
they they didn't have refills, so they charged me every time for the sodas.
was
If
like
you
a
drink
$1.50 or $2
like
for a
$25 in sodas, man, I was like, what? They didn't tell me that they charged for refills. They just kept filling it up for them.
Like, we gotta get in the
Oh,
bar
how many
there.
refills did he go through?
Like 4.
Oh,
Yeah, it was like
what,
20
$3 a pop for each?
Yeah, it was like $20-something for sodas. I was like, whoa.
Ouch. I say we need. There's some good questions. You guys mind going a little longer?
Yeah, let's go.
So another 15 minutes.
We need to speed it
Let's
up. I
reset
think.
this again. We will. No, but it's good though. I mean,
Do
we
it
don't want to
right
rush too much. Yeah, let's go ahead and reset it now.
If you could have,
Wait, hold on, Travis. Hold on, because we got to reset this or it won't charge. It should be good for one more.
27%.
Is it really? Okay, we're definitely gonna have to. All right, well, let's go on. Let's get another question. We're about to wrap this up, guys. We're running out of battery. Hopefully that thing don't die before we're done. But what gun do each of you guys shoot, Travis?
Benelli Vinci.
Browning, A5, Wicked Wing.
The Remington 870 and at times the Nova 20.
Yep.
You're deadly with that Nova.
Yeah, he's dialed in.
I've never killed a duck with that Nova.
Have you even tried?
Yes.
That's just bad
I
luck.
can't hit with that.
Can't line up.
The sight is too big.
I got the Browning A5 12 gauge, and then I got that 12 gauge Frankie Affinity 3. I like that gun. I kind of wish I would have shot it more. Yeah, it's a 20 gauge, but it's cool. I still really want. Shane has a beautiful gun. Thomas's brother-in-law. I wanted that pattern, but it was sold out, and they were talking about not getting it for 6 months, so I just went ahead and got what I got. But anyways, okay. What is your most memorable hunt of your life? That one might take a second, but if you can short term it, that's really hard.
I remember.
I don't know if we should
I
dip into
don't
that.
even know if you should do that one.
That's gonna take so long.
Yeah.
They're all
I have a lot of
special.
them.
Yeah, literally everything has such a
Yeah.
special. Sorry about that, Chase.
That's
from somewhere in Wisconsin.
That's
That's a video.
question.
Yeah, it is a
It's
good question. Ooh, if you could only hunt in one state for the rest of your life, where would it be? And we'll just say waterfowl.
Waterfowl.
Well,
It
not
would,
having
be,
hunted
it
otherwise.
would be here because I live here.
Yeah.
No, but let's just open it up.
It,
It
like,
would be here.
what do you think
All
would be
right,
the
whatever.
best?
California.
The best one.
California.
Mexico.
I'll go back to my roots.
Yeah, let's go hunt.
Oh, that's probably the best choice right there, John.
If I had to.
That's not a state.
Argentina. or down
That's
in
not a
South
state.
America.
Okay, a state. All right. Well,
In the United States,
United
which states? We just have to dig so deep.
I like it here.
Utah.
I think
I've
I'm
heard
with
Utah.
you. So I haven't experienced it,
Yeah,
but I've heard.
but you got sea ducks.
I know.
You have the whole continent.
Yeah, and more. I think it's better than. We'll find out soon enough. I'm kind of with you on that. The only thing is I haven't been there. That's the only problem I would say. Like, because man, those boys in Kent. Now, if you want variety, yes, I'll definitely pick. I'm not even gonna say Mexico, but California and Utah, stuff like that for variety.
Yeah.
But if I was to say for like mallards, I'd be saying Washington, Kansas, or Nebraska because those guys have awesome hunts. So
I like the diversity though.
yeah, it is nice. If you didn't have it, I think you'd miss it. Probably pretty bad. Okay, if you could have a band of any kind, what duck would it be? If you had a band, I'm gonna say shoveler. I want a band of shoveler. That will never happen probably, but it would be pretty cool.
Banded Drake Wager.
I was just thinking about
That'd be cool.
Cinnamon.
Cinnamon.
Yeah.
I knew you were gonna say that.
Yeah.
Cinnamon's like one of my favorite
Let's
ones.
stick with the Drake Wager.
Drake wedging for you.
Or blue.
That'd be crazy. I don't know why I want a banded shoveler, just because everybody kind of hates on them anyways. Plus, you never seen banded or
I think I'd go with Region 2.
really.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if I've ever even seen a banded widgeon.
I know. I haven't hardly.
Has anybody out there shot a banded widgeon?
I'm sure they have somewhere.
Yeah. Braden McElvany said, did you guys train your dogs yourself or someone else? I trained Rocky myself off of Chris Aiken's DVDs. So I didn't come up with my own system. I used somebody's DVDs, Chris Aiken, and that's that. Let's see here. We're about to wrap this up, boys. One guy says when we said if we should keep going, he said, "You're not doing anything else. Keep going." I'm hungry. I will say that, but yeah, if you guys don't mind, I guess what does it matter? It's not. We're not losing the amount of people in here.
Leave brush on your phone.
Blake Wells, he's a consistent subscriber. He said, "Ever plan on shooting Brants in the ocean?" I
That'd be fun.
I wanted to do it
Yes.
last year and didn't happen. I would love to.
We'll do it. It's only
That's
a matter of
definitely gonna
time.
happen.
I want to go to Maine.
And do that,
Hunt eiders.
or just eiders.
You
Yeah,
gotta go on a sea duck hunt soon.
I know.
Yeah.
I know right where we can go, but the only thing, actually, this year, if
We need to.
if
that dialed
what's
in.
his name?
Yeah.
I might just
Austin.
Austin is up north. We'll go with him. We will make that happen.
That would be so.
Because he is a
fun.
very good guide. He's a super chill, laid back guy, and he's like hunting with another buddy, but he's a guide, and they get birds. He gets birds. He's
That
a
would
very
be
good guy.
So fun.
That would be awesome. I
There was
hope.
there was a question on here saying, "Are you guys planning to go on your guide?" So that answers the question.
I guess that you can consider that one. Because other than that, I don't plan on any of you. Anybody else? I kind of was thinking about trying to do conservation snow goose, but I had some issues going on with work, and that kind of went out the window for me. And that's this. We get asked this all the time. Ever gonna come down here to Arkansas? Someday it will happen. I don't know when. I don't know how. But one day I do want to shoot some ducks out of Louisiana, Arkansas, wood timber hunting for sure.
Jeffrey Puckett said he shot a abandoned widgeon in East Tennessee. That's awesome.
Nice.
That's cool.
Congrats on that, man. That's cool.
That's cool.
Someone said, Trevor Postman said, "Do you leave brush on your folding layout blinds?" Yes. What's the name of that brush or that grass, Thomas? You remember that brand? It was what brand was that?
It wasn't
I can
table
see
free,
it.
was it?
That's what I keep thinking it was.
I know Table Free has some.
It was the woven grass though, not the
It's a little different,
not
huh?
that little stuff.
Yeah.
Because I bought that stuff.
I know I've seen that. I just can't remember.
Man, dude.
Kind of like the stuff they put on the side of boats.
Yeah, we just zip tied that woven grass to the blinds and just left it. But
Let me answer this
It's
one real
fine.
quick. Okay, David L asked. He said he uses the videos for training his lab. Coincidentally, his name is Rocky too. Cool, good name. He's 13 weeks now. Any tips maybe missed in the videos? There is a lot of stuff I wish after having experience I would have had in those. I think whenever I do get another dog, which is going to be several years from now, I'm going to do them again and just try to put more stuff that I learned that I didn't know the first time. But one thing I want to do is I do want to say to guys listening on the podcast, watching on the MVM show, or watching on this live feed, is I've been asked this 1,000 times through emails, through YouTube, through Instagram, through Facebook, all these platforms, is people get super, super impatient with the training. They want to start doing stuff when they're literally 12 weeks, 14 weeks. And trust me, I honestly get that because I was the same way. You feel like you're not doing anything. You feel like you're losing time, but you're not. Formal training at 6 months is a perfect time to start. Rocky was almost 6 months when I started it, and I would not change a thing about that. Be patient. Do not, here's a big one, do not steady your dog until he's basically ready to hunt. Because when you're out there until you're ready to train, steady. Because people are doing that with little pups and not letting them go right after the bumper. And they think that looks cool and like, oh, my dog doesn't go. Like when I say steady, meaning break, like if you throw a bumper out there, they just run right away. But when you're hunting, you don't want a dog to go after the bird until you release him to go. But a lot of guys are trying to beat the curve and do that way young. And then what happens is that takes the drive away from the dog.
To me, it seems like a little kid. You tell them you can't go out and play.
Yeah, it is. That's exactly what it is. And it affects them when they get older.
It's like you can't go play. No, you can't.
You want their drive to be out the roof by the time, because oh man, I love this, like in their mind, you want it to be the best thing in the whole world. Then when you get into the discipline training, when you start studying them, which could be 8 months, 9 months, 10 months, it's different for everybody. But somewhere in there, after you've started formal training at 6 months, I'm telling you, like, they'll be a machine and want to go 100 miles an hour. So that's one huge tip I would definitely give you guys is Do not make them steady when they're a young pup. Let them have fun. Let them chase a bumper and have fun. That's all that matters at that point. You want to teach them to sit and to have crate training and to potty train them if you do let them in the house. That's about it. No heel, none of that. Just sit, crate training, and house training. Other than that, I would not mess with anything. Get them around people too. Get them around other dogs. Get them around other people. Let them do that. But other than that, I would not do that. Well, one more and we'll close this off. We'll do two more. Gunner Team said, "What's up, boys? Don't know if this has been asked, but what's your guys' dream bird?" That's a good question. We haven't been asked that on this one yet. We talked about bands, but dream bird. I mean, it changes if you get your dream bird, it'll change again.
Yeah.
But mine right now is a
I know what I want.
You just said it, and I can't even. King
I
Eider.
have several.
You want either?
A King Eider would be mine, only because I know it's probably going to eventually not even be allowed to be shot, and you can only shoot one, and it's a lot of money. So that's a dream bird.
I think I know yours.
I honestly don't.
Go ahead.
No.
Harlequin.
Yeah.
Harlequin.
But like I said, that varies because I know we could still get those. I don't feel like I'm never going to be able to shoot a King Eider. It's cost too much.
Yeah.
It's like what, $8 grand?
It's like
10 grand.
10,000.
So I honestly don't think I'm never going to do it. And that's the thing is, if we go with that guy this year and he goes and guides, we can shoot Harlequins for sure. So, but anyways, yours a Harlequin, mine's a King Eider.
I think I'll go with your Eurasian Widgeon.
Eurasian Widgeon.
I don't know what it is about it, but I've always wanted to shoot a black scooter.
Black Scudder.
Yeah.
That's cool. It's funny how everybody's opinions are different. One more and we'll end here.
Stud Drake Eurasian. That'd be awesome.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, that'd totally awesome.
I think that's it. Did you guys see anything I'm missing? Maybe we'll just end there. There probably was, but it's probably been a while back. I don't like to answer that. Well, all right. Well, I don't see anything we missed.
Do you do any striper fishing?
You can answer that one.
I don't myself.
I went like twice with Bobby Riggs.
Really?
We did okay. It wasn't,
I've never went striper fishing.
but I heard when it's hot, it's pretty fun. And I definitely haven't caught anything of size. That would be awesome. That would be fun.
It would be fun.
Catch some monster stripers.
I won about a dozen times.
Have you?
Yeah, but mostly
Oh, yeah.
off the dock.
Yeah.
Mostly.
And that's a funny story. Talon hooked into a monster.
I caught a big bass. Striper fishing.
Yeah. With the live bait.
With an anchovy, threw it out there, and
Or I guess it wasn't live, but
yeah, I hooked onto it and pulled it all the way up to the dock. I was fighting with it. My cousin Colton, I was like, okay, when he comes, I'm like, grab it when he comes up. And as he was going down to grab it out of the dock, we just got into fishing. As soon as he went down, my line just went think and popped. I'm not lying, it had to be at least 6 to 7.
Mm.
So it was a good fish. It was a really good fish.
that hurts.
Yep. And then he caught like a full.
Your wife's getting on you, Travis.
Says Talon needs
Oh,
to talk
Talon.
clearer.
It's Tamara. It's
More
because he's not in the
clear.
mic.
I know, I haven't done this in a while.
Him and Travis have a hard time staying in the mic. But anyways, all right, guys. Well, thanks for joining in. And
Thanks, Mama.
if you're listening on the podcast, don't give us a rating and review. Thank you guys for joining us live
Everybody
today.
stay safe out there.
Yeah, stay safe.
Enjoy your quarantine time.
Maybe we'll
Take
do
up taxidermy. I mean,
Yeah,
something
learn something.
Yeah, something
while you're at home.
let's do. There's YouTube videos. Get on there. Practice.
Yeah. And thanks for tuning in, guys. And we'll see you later.